My boy from the UK, Sean786. What's up with you, my man?
What's going on, Playboy?
Nothing much, man. About to talk some shit.
100%. We've seen these ponies wilding in them street corners, and we definitely got to talk about it. We've seen Jim Ryan, their leader. These ponies are confirmed that Jim Ryan is their leader, and he's been a bitch. And we're definitely going to be talking about it, guys. So hit that like button, guys. Share this out, and let these bitches know. WBG, we bleed green, we taking over.
Facts. I just want to say this. Let me share my screen. Because I put out a tweet and I said, really? So Jim Ryan is saying that all the PlayStation first parties ain't shit.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Jim Ryan said our business would never recover if Microsoft degraded Call of Duty on PlayStation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Guys, do you remember maybe a month or so ago, he was saying if they take away Call of Duty, we're in trouble. We cannot recover. It will hurt the PlayStation brand. Call of Duty funds PlayStation first-party exclusives. Now he went from saying that to saying if the Xbox version is better than the PlayStation version, they could never recover.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Sean, Joey, Devin, never recover.
And do you know
PlayStation.
do you know what's funny about that as well? In these documents, they mention Digital Foundry as well. When the comparison will come out, it's gonna hurt us.
Are you kidding me?
Yo, Jimbo, man, have some pride, bro. Listen, first, I would die for pride. That's the way I'm built.
Well,
this guy, look. I understand the business. You gotta talk that shit. You gotta lie your way, but you gotta have some pride. There's gotta be a line. But this dude, from like Microsoft owning the Call of Duty game, taking away Call of Duty, then talking about exclusive maps and that, then taking it one step further, talking about they're going to degrade the Call of Duty games on the PlayStation. It's going to hurt us. We will never, ever recover. None of our first-party studios will recover the money that Call of Duty does. That's what he's trying to say, and he's trying to shit on his own studios. Like, come on, man. The deal's going to get done. Just shut the fuck up. You got 10 live services games in the works now. Make your own shit.
That was easy.
This is what happens when you... Like, who mentioned it? David Jaffe on a tweet and that. You relied on one big basket, and that basket wasn't even yours.
Yep. And Sean, we say all the time. It's like specifically me, I say all the time that PlayStation 4 was a very successful generation for PlayStation, but their choice to only do single-player games has come back to hurt them.
I'm so sick of this company.
Jim Ryan, he just said they would never be able to recover.
Bruh.
First of all, I think he's full of shit. He's clearly full of shit.
But you're dead. Listen to me. Let's just talk about pride as well. Like, come on, man. There's a point where you think, do you know what? All right, Microsoft, you win. Brad Smith, you came to play the game and that you did a great job on that. But this guy's going to a point where even their own ponies, like the people who like follow this guy, who look up to this guy, are saying this is bad. This is really, really bad. And I understand he might be lying, blagging it and that, but come on, man. The level he's going down to right now, to just trying to do something to this deal, trying to block it, trying to put more concessions, is next level, bro. And Jimmy's got no limits.
It's just crazy, man. Listen, like you said, Sean, there's a point where you have to just stand up and just, okay, we're gonna fight this. We're gonna do our best. They're gonna leave it on Xbox, on PlayStation. But for him to start talking about Digital Foundry, saying Digital Foundry comparisons can hurt us and all this shit, like this guy can't be serious, Sean. He said, I'm gonna put it on screen. He said, maybe. Hold on, let me get the super chats in a quick second. Sorry about that. Let me show this right quick. He said, let me try to zoom, Xbox zoom in. Where is it at?
It looks okay. It doesn't look too bad.
Oh, it ain't bad?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Well, he said our business will never be able to recover, but he also said something like, If a degraded version of Call of Duty on PlayStation, a degraded version would seriously damage our reputation. What the hell is he talking about? Then he said our gamers would desert our platform in droves.
Huh?
And network effects would exacerbate the problem. Our business would never recover. This guy has lost his damn mind.
Stop it. Get some help.
Man, okay, we know he don't want the deal to go through. That's fine. We get it. We get it. We have got it for a while now. He's constantly been crying about it, but to the point where he's saying that it would destroy PlayStation. What is this saying about your first party studios?
Emotional, damn it.
Jim Ryan is literally saying, I put this on Twitter. He's saying that Captain Price is greater than Kratos, Aloy,
Nathan Drake,
Ratchet
and Crank,
Miles Morales, Peter Parker. He's saying Captain Price is greater than all of them. Is that what he's saying? Yes, he's saying that. Even though I don't believe him for a second. They really tried to get this deal blocked, right? They thought the CMA was on their side a month ago. They was like, yeah, CMA, tell Xbox. Yeah, phase 1, they thought CMA was on their side and they thought they were going to block the deal. Now CMA turns around and switches it. Hey, they're being irrational. I don't like this decision. Now they're crying. And then he throw all of his first party up under the bus. It's crazy. Let me get this.
Which he did last year as well.
He did it last year too. So he did it twice.
He doubled down.
So basically, he's saying when the deal is done, PlayStation is a lot lower than Xbox. Then, as far as quality,
that's what he's saying. Because he's saying, we can't survive without this one game. Screen name with the 5 dot. Instead of saying PlayStation wouldn't survive, Jim should have said, with the absence of Call of Duty, it will put a strain on their studios, TTS. He should have said something else to make. I mean, bro, you got to stop throwing your own teams up under the bus. I've admitted that PlayStation has some pretty good first-party teams when it comes to single-player games. But that's the issue. Call of Duty is such a behemoth, not because of its single-player. I always love their campaigns, but they're a behemoth because of the multiplayer. They're a behemoth because of Warzone and things like that. And that's something PlayStation Studios do not do. Now, they bought some studios that's capable, I guess. But in the PS4 generation, they make great single-player games, and that is it. They relied on Call of Duty to bring all of their to be their bread and butter, like Sean said, David Jaffe said. They lay all the eggs in this basket. They didn't own the eggs or the basket.
Or the basket, yeah.
And he was absolutely right. Now, what's happening? Sorry for repeating myself, but we say this all the time. Xbox found out the hard way also. We can't rely on third party for our exclusives. Of course, there can be some. There could be some like what's the name of the game? Stalker 2. There could be some, but you still have to have a lot of first party games in development. And it hurt Xbox when they didn't have enough first party studios developing games. Guess what? They don't have that problem anymore. They don't have that problem of first party studios developing games, but PlayStation has a problem with first party teams developing multiplayer right now. We'll see what happens in the future. The Angry Therapist MD with the 5, he is actively destroying his devs in front of the world. Just roasting them, bro. And that's crazy, man. Looney Boy with the 2. We green bloods. I effed up the hashtag UPOS. I know, bro. I got you, man. I'm talking shit. Appreciate you, man. Makai 28 with the 5. Degrading. No, what's degrading is Resident Evil 4 Remake having a higher resolution on Series X. Now they updated it with the lower resolution, the FPS. I saw that.
Whoa, is that true?
I saw it. Yep.
When did that happen?
They said the Xbox version had better clarity or something. It looked better. Now they lowered quality, they lowered.
They made it parity now.
Yeah, they kind of made a parity where the PlayStation version still runs a little bit better, but now it looks the same. Xbox version was downgraded. Yep.
Bullshit.
Xbox version was downgraded, like visually.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
It runs a little bit better than it did before, but
And the
PlayStation
dead
runs
zones
better.
as well.
I
We
gotta
talked
check
about
that
the
And
out.
they
dead
did
zones.
fix the dead zones, yeah.
I finished the game before.
Let me get this before you get Kendrick started. The guy Jay, member for 20 months. Shout out to you, homie. Jim Ryan to his studios. You're not enough.
Facts. You're not enough. That's pretty much what he's saying. Let's put it in layman terms. That's what he's saying. In layman terms, Jim Ryan is saying, "Hey yo, Neil Druckmann, check this out. You ain't
You're a
shit.
whore.
You ain't shit. Captain Price will whoop Joe and Ellie ass any time of the day, any day of the week." That's what he's saying. He said Neil Druckmann, Nathan Drake ain't shit. Nor them two broads that did that spinoff game. I don't even know them hoes' name. That's what Jim Ryan is saying. He said, "Hey yo, Corey Barlog, Kratos ain't shit, and his son ain't shit." That's what Jim Ryan said. I'm sorry, y'all. He's saying Ghostface, whatever the guy, Ghost will whoop Kratos' ass. That's what he's saying. He said, "Yo, Ratchet, you ain't shit. Clank definitely ain't shit, and that little lesbian, and that lesbian Ratchet ain't shit
meme,
either."
Raquel and Crack, something that funny meme or something. That picture when it's Raquel and Crackhead or something.
Oh yeah,
like
right.
that.
Ratchet and Crackhead. Ratchet ain't shit. Crackhead ain't shit, and the other Ratchet,
I don't know.
that like the
I'm not
lesbian
sure where
Ratchet
that
ain't
meme
shit
is
either.
gone, bro. That shit was hilarious. Bro.
Yeah, Ratchet and Crackhead. Kendrick started the two. The truth is their business model won't survive. Listen, let's be honest, guys. Xbox owning Call of Duty will hurt PlayStation. It won't hurt them as much as Jim Ryan is making it seem, but at the end of the day, it will hurt PlayStation.
Let's talk about this Jim Ryan stuff. I'm sure these guys in the chat, man. Listen, I understand they're trying to block the deal, but these pieces of shit, man. Jim Ryan and his team they still haven't signed that 10-year contract.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Yep.
Bro, listen, the deal's going through. They're going to the lengths these guys are going to from like Xbox owning Activision. They're gonna take away the game, the marketing. Then they talk about if it becomes a Game Pass can kill us as well. If you put that game in Game Pass, Call of Duty in Game Pass, then it talks about degrading the console version versus the Xbox version. Now, come on, man. There's got to be a fucking limit where you just stop bitching, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Ryan, man, please stop.
Nobody likes a crybaby, bro.
Yeah, there's a point. Look, I understand the competition. Look, Phil Spencer, when the Xbox got his ass whooped at the start, bro, he didn't cry. He came with a plan and executed it, and it's paying off right now.
Yep.
Jim Ryan needs to do the same. He's 10 live services game. They got Nixis to do the PC porting because they know their own first party studios can't PC port for shit. So we know that for a fact. So Jim Ryan's doing that, and hopefully it pays off for them. I doubt it, but hopefully it does.
Hey, Sean, I said this last week. Like I said, like Xbox didn't cry when PlayStation did some dirty shit to them. They ain't cry. And this isn't even dirty. This is just business. Xbox has the capital to buy an Activision Blizzard, so that's what they did. I'm sure if PlayStation had that same capital, they would have bought Activision Blizzard easily. And they would have tried to make it exclusive. They would have. But this is business, man. So, like I said the other day, I lost a lot of respect for Sony. Jim Ryan is just, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, man. He ain't got no heart, dude. He ain't got no heart.
No heart.
Ooh, ponies. Y'all had y'all fun. But I'm going to tell you right now, y'all picked the wrong side.
It's payback time.
Spider-Man ain't going to save you. If you're a leader, because that's what y'all call him, he's our leader. If you're a leader, it's up here throwing all of his studios up under the bus. Whether he's telling the truth or not, he's still putting it out there that Call of Duty means more than every PlayStation first party exclusive. He's saying it. Us bots, we're not out there saying Call of Duty over God of War and Uncharted and shit. Jim Ryan is saying it. And like I said, if whether he's lying, whether he's just trying to make it seem like make PlayStation seem vulnerable or worse, it doesn't matter because he's putting it out there that PlayStation first party studios ain't shit. Bro, they're hurting right now. They are hurting. And Sean mentioned even a couple of PlayStation guys. They were upset about it because I mean, if you can defend your leader, quote unquote, saying, "Yo, our first party teams mean nothing compared to this third party game," how would that make you feel, guys? If Phil Spencer went out there and said, "I don't know what third party say, I don't know, Battlefield or some shit was more important to the Xbox brand than Halo, Gears, Forza, all of ZeniMax," how would you feel about that? You would be looking at Phil Spencer like, "What? Wait a minute, why would you throw all of your first party teams up under the bus like that?" And that's why some play, like, notice I said some, because others will defend no matter what. But a few of the PlayStation guys did 2-hour podcasts just upset about the whole thing. They were like, no way did Jim Ryan say this shit. No, yes, he said it.
I don't give a fuck what I said, nigga.
Jim Ryan has come on and said, you guys ain't enough. Your money's not enough. Our studios ain't shit. We're gonna need to buy guys who knows how to do PC ports because our studios can't do PC ports. And he's now saying that without COD, we ain't shit. And that's your leader. Your leader is telling you we ain't shit. You ain't shit. Your money ain't shit. We want more and more. What kind of bullshit is that?
It's terrible, bro. I mean, I would feel like I just said, Joey, that example I use, if Phil said something like this, I would feel a certain kind of way, like, damn, Phil, that's kind of messed up to say, you know? That's how I would feel.
It's demoralizing for your team, too. It's
absolutely.
Like,